Hi, I'm Chelsea Vail, owner of ThatGirlWithWholeHeart.com, play therapist and parenting expert. I want to talk to you today about choices. A lot of parents are starting to use choices to manage problem behaviors and to give their children a little bit more independence. The problem is they're not using choices effectively or correctly, and then they give up and they decide the choices aren't really for me. There's a couple of different ways that you can use choices. One is to give your children some independence and make them feel like they're in control of their day. Did you know that toddlers hear the word no 75% of the day? And that's when we end up defining toddlerhood with terrible terms such as terrible twos, treacherous threes, and frantic fours. I don't want to be raising my children thinking that the next 3 years are going to be completely bonkers. They don't need to be that way. But it is natural for us to want to have some autonomy and some independence in our lives and feel like we have some control over our day. If children feel like they have some choices and that they are in control of some of the things that happen to them, they're more compliant. It is a natural tendency to want to buck the system when we feel like we're just being told what to do all day. So one way to use choices is to give your children choices about their day. For example, it's time to get dressed. Did you want to wear the Velcro shoes or the snap-on ones today? Did you want to wear the pink dress or the blue dress? Oh, did you want to watch that video or did you want to read a story? You give choices about things like that. You don't give choices about, do you feel like eating today or do you want to go hungry? That's not a choice that you're okay with because it's important for the child to eat. Do you want to take a nap or not? Child isn't going to make a choice about whether or not they take a nap, right? So give choices about the things that they do have a choice about. Would you like to put on your seatbelt or would you like mommy to put on your seatbelt? Mommy needs to follow up, though, if you choose to put on your seatbelt, because the child can maybe try to put on their seatbelt and then maybe you're the one that clicks it in, okay? So there are ways that you can make the child feel like they are in control of part of their day and then they are more likely to be compliant. Another rule of thumb with choices is to always give choices that fit your value system. You never want to tell a child that they have a choice about something that they don't actually have a choice about. For example, a child needs to wear a bib at the dinner table. Why? Because it makes a big mess, right? You don't want them to get their shirt all messy. So you tell the child, would you like to wear a bib or would you like to take your shirt off? If they take their shirt off, that's okay. You can always wipe down their skin. It's really not that big of a deal. They're at a restaurant, that might not be the best choice, but at the dinner table, at home, that would be an appropriate choice. You would never walk up to the child and say, would you like to wear a bib or do you want to get down from the table? Are you okay with them getting down from the table and not having dinner? Probably not. So that wouldn't be a wise choice to offer because if the child says, yeah, I just want to get down and go play, well, then you say, no, you need to come back and you need to wear a bib. Well, then you really didn't offer a choice that they had control over, and that's confusing for a child. It also shows that you're not in control and that there's no follow-through, and your children are learning that the adults in my life don't actually have control over me, which is a very scary thought for a child. Always give choices that fit your value system. Never give more than 2 choices. That's way too many. Try to give choices when things are going well so that children are more compliant. Those are the rules of thumb when it comes to using choices effectively. Another thing that you can do is use choices when there's a consequence to be set. For example, your kids are fighting nonstop and you've had enough of it. You can say, guys, there's a choice for you to make. You can either choose to stop fighting. That means you're choosing to have TV today. You can choose to keep fighting and choose to give up TV for today. Which do you choose? Okay. I use the word choice and choose 5 times in there. I'm letting them know there's a choice to be made. They've got some thinking to do. Or your child comes in and they're holding a whole big bag of cookies. Okay. This is from Gary Landreth's Cookies, Choices, and Kids video where his Oreo cookie theory was born. A child comes into the kitchen and they're carrying a big box of Oreos. Child doesn't need to consume an entire box of Oreos. And so you go to the child and you say, you may choose to have 1 Oreo and put the rest back, or you may choose to have no Oreos. Which do you choose? What is the child going to say? 1. But a lot of parents say, no, my child is going to say, no, I want all of them. That's okay. You fall back and you say, I know you'd like to have all of those cookies, but the cookies cannot all be yours. You may choose to have 1 and put the rest back, or you may choose to put all of them back. Which do you choose? You can use the broken record technique and repeat this choice multiple times, but it's very important that you use the word choice. So let's review again with choices. Give choices when things are going well so that your children are more compliant and that they have more independence and choice about their day. Never give more than 2 choices. Always give choices that fit your value system. Never give a choice that you're not okay with the child choosing. If the child decides not to make a choice, you can always step in and make that choice for them. For example, when a child is crossing the road, It's not okay for the child to cross the road without you, but you can give them the choice. Would you like to hold my hand or would you like to be carried? The child goes to run across the street. You just pick them up and you say, you chose to be carried, right? So you can always intervene when you need to, especially where safety is a concern. Thanks. Please visit my blog, thatgirlwithwholeheart.com, for more parenting tips, baby gear, pregnancy tips, marriage, family. I talk about pretty much everything on that blog, so go check it out. You can also check out my website, shopwholeheart.com. Thank you.